Phil Ivey opens the action to $30,000 with ace-queen offsuit. It's one of those hands that plays beautifully as a raise, strong enough to push folds, but not so premium that he wants to trap. With Ivey's reputation, this sizing also tells the table he could have anything from suited connectors to monsters, which keeps opponents guessing. Antonio calls with 10-9 suited, a hand designed to punish big aces if it connects in sneaky ways. Suited connectors like this can win disguised pots, especially deep stacked, and Antonio knows he's the type of player who can pressure later streets if he senses weakness. It's bone dry, no clear draws, no top pairs, and Ivey has all the range advantage after raising preflop. Maria checks as expected, and Ivey seizes the lead with a $60,000 continuation bet. He wants to fold out junk and keep worse broadways honest. Antonio doesn't just call, he raises to $150,000. This is a statement. He knows the board favors Ivey's high cards, but it doesn't actually connect with them. A raise here puts maximum pressure on one-pair hands and tests whether Ivey is really holding aces, kings, or a hand that can keep going. Maria steps aside quickly, leaving Ivey to make the decision. That flat says everything. He isn't buying Antonio's story, and he wants to keep him firing. The turn brings the 5 of diamonds. It's a card that shifts the landscape slightly, giving straight possibilities with a 4 and bringing in the backdoor diamond draw. Ivey checks, staying consistent with a range that could easily include strong aces or even slow play pairs. Antonio bets $152,000, a continuation of his aggression that looks perfectly credible. It tells the story of a big pocket pair protecting itself, or even a set that doesn't want to give free cards.
You think Phil Ivey became the kind of guy who forgets his best friends being inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame by folding turns? Come on.
But Ivey doesn't flinch. His call here isn't just about the strength of ace-queen high, it's about forcing Antonio to keep proving his hand. With the pot ballooning, Ivey knows every future decision will be magnified, and this measured call keeps his range strong and his options open. The river falls the jack of clubs, and now things get brutal. The card looks innocent, but it secretly upgrades Antonio's 10-9 for Ivey. The board still looks like a miss for a lot of Antonio's bluffs, and this is where he flips the dynamic.
I just realized if he bets here and it's a bluff, he could go to the cage.
That's a huge bet. That's 60% of his chips. And there's the bluff card!
Oh man, Phil Ivey could be going into the cage.
I want to get to know you better. Let me know who will you choose between Phil Ivey and Antonio Esfandiari as your favorite player, and who should we compare to next? Let me know in the comments.
All in.
No! He shoves!
Phil's not going into the cage. This is literally the most disappointed I've ever been.
Antonio's just missed out on the chance to put Phil Ivey behind bars and win $25,000!
Phil Laak is looking down at 6-7 suited.
By the way, she loves board games.
See?
Amanda was guessing. She's like, okay, so she doesn't like movies, she doesn't like TV, she probably
likes
loves
games.
She's not
games.
fun, so she must be geeky.
No, not you.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm geeky. I'm a stats geek, like big time.
Oh, I'm totally geeky. I'm proud
You
of
are
it.
geeky? It's okay. Geeks are
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. The geeks didn't know that they were on the same page. They lost track of things for a second.
Like, no,
Oh,
I'm
okay, good,
geeky.
good.
You're geeky. No, I'm geeky.
Preflop sets the stage for a collision between one of the most eccentric minds in poker and one of its most fearless gamblers.
Oh, Muffin's playing. I can see it.
Phil Laak, living up to his persona, opens the action to 800 with 7-6 of spades. It is a speculative hand, the kind that relies entirely on hitting the board hard to be playable. Rick Salomon, sitting with pocket eights, decides that 800 is too cheap a price. He 3-bets to 3,000, a standard aggressive maneuver designed to punish Laak's wide-opening range. Laak, however, is out of position but refuses to fold.
She's gonna let it go.
So you raised or straddled?
He don't straddle.
How much do I owe this pot? 3K? All right, sir.
Gamble.
Good luck to both of us.
The flop falls perfectly for Laak. He has hit top 2 pair, a monster in a 3-bet pot. However, the board is dangerous. There are flush draws and straight possibilities.
I checked the sick one.
Laak checks, feigning weakness to set the trap.
5,000.
I raised the sick one.
Salomon, holding an overpair to the board and a gut shot straight draw, falls right into it. He bets 5,000, trying to protect his hand.
You don't have to call, sir. You can just let it go.
Laak springs to life immediately. Laak knows that on this wet texture, slow playing is dangerous.
What are you doing, kid?
He wants to build the pot now. Salomon, stubborn and holding an overpair, convinces himself that Laak is on a draw. He makes the call, refusing to believe he is crushed.
Rick, what do you want, kid? Tell me what you want. You want a specific card, kid?
The turn brings the 3, a card that complicates the board even further. It brings a possible straight for a 5, but more importantly, it keeps Laak's 2-pair well ahead of Salomon's 1-pair.
How much more do you have, son?
60K. 63,000.
Laak, having seized the betting lead, decides to go for the finisher. He fires a massive bet of...
I'm gonna bet 42,400.
However, Rick Salomon is not a player who likes to lay down pretty pairs. He convinces himself that Laak is bullying him with a flush draw or a lower pair.
There's no time to use the things people want to
I'm all in.
It is a move born of frustration and ego. He is trying to force Laak off a chop or a draw.
How much more is it?
Get to 6.5 to 1. How much more? This is a great show.
I think I'm going broke. It's 21 more? That's it?
21,100.
Almost as if the gods have decided to torture me, keeping it nice and small.
Laak calls Rick's all in.
Rick Salomon, want to run it 3 times?
What do you got?
Well, I got a kind of hand where running it 3 times would be fun for me.
Well, you show me your hand. I'll talk about it.
Will you show me yours?
Yeah, I promise I'll show you.
I got 2 pair.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, great. Now you want to run it 3 times.
Yeah, three times.
3 times, buddy. How about 4 times, but the 3rd time doesn't count? No 5s!
I don't think I'm winning any. King of spades.
I symbolically want to show what's going on. This is mine. No matter what comes, at least I got one.
That's you.
Power card, too. It's a king. It's a good high card for strength, you know, to meditate on strength. Okay, bring it out already.
River number 2, 10 of spades.
That's 2. Okay, we got to give one.
Laak wins
to Rick
again.
Salomon. This wouldn't be fair.
I just want to, you know, be near you if it comes and be near you if it doesn't come.
Oh,
That's the right idea. Yeah, look at that. It's even 40% of a straight flush right here forming. So there's power strength. But I'm still okay if I lose, because you don't
Can we
always
get the
make
misery
straight
over with or what?
Yeah,
10 of diamonds on the river. He scoops. I'm buying him for 50. Nice hand.
Laak, how do you do it?
It's weird. I thought I was value betting when I bet the turn 40-something too. But then when I was calling, I was like 6. So I was like, wow, why did I step into this?
Doug Polk is looking down at pocket aces, but he's up against LSG Hank, who's raised to $6,000 with ace-jack suited. From the small blind, players are often expected to 3-bet to protect their position. That dynamic makes Polk's aces even more dangerous because they don't look as strong as they are. That kind of 3-bet sizing almost looks like he's trying to scare Hank off the hand rather than invite action. But that's exactly the beauty of it. Polk wants to trick Hank into thinking it's just an attempt to steal the pot, when really Doug is just setting the trap. The suited ace and being in position here gives Hank just enough to justify seeing a flop. This is about as good a flop as Polk could hope for. In a 3-bet pot like this, Hank's range is weighted towards suited broadways and pocket pairs. That means the only real hand Polk has to worry about is pocket queens. Against everything else, his aces are still miles ahead. Polk makes a value bet of around 1/3 of the pot, just small enough to make sure Hank calls even with hands that completely miss the flop.
And he now has the nut flush draw. 111,000 in the middle. Guess how much Doug will bet. It's like a little poker test. See how close you are.
Doug Polk is feeling pretty comfortable with this card on the turn. With the way they played pre-flop, there's no way Hank has 2-pair or a set smaller than queens. I think Doug should bet small again.
81. All right.
I'm telling him he should be using big ante online.
Hank puts in the call. He needs a diamond. Instead, it's the 9 of hearts.
The river changes absolutely nothing here. Do you think Polk should check and just call if Hank bets? Or should he bet here and risk getting raised? Let me know down in the comments.
200,000. Beautiful poker.
All in.
All in.
All in, says Hank.
Spade, I fold. Heart, we do it again.
This is amazing.
Fold.
Show him.
Jennifer Tilly is looking down on 8-6 suited. Negreanu opens with ace-2 offsuit. That is a light but purposeful steal, using the ace as a blocker to reduce the chance he runs into a premium and leaning on position to realize whatever equity shows up later. Tilly answers with a re-raise. That choice is great against a suspected wide open because suited connectors play cleanly post-flop, deny cheap realization to the opener, and set her up to attack a player who loves to take flops.
It's a little too small, Jen. Phil Laak is going to be upset with you after that raise size because it's too small.
Last time I took advice from you, I lost the tournament.
Sorry.
Negreanu calls rather than four-betting. He keeps her range wide, carries the positional advantage into a pot that is not yet bloated, and quietly pockets the option to turn later cards into leverage, even when he misses.
Okay, now I'm going to do the dunk bet.
That's not a donk bet because you were the pre-flop raiser.
Oh, okay, it's not a dunk bet.
It's a continuation bet.
A continuation bet.
Tilly follows through for a small C-bet. The sizing stresses floats and gut shots and keeps her range comfortably uncapped.
A lot of bad cards come off, and then I can just bluff raise the turn or something stupid like that.
You could.
Turn a pair into a bluff. I'm really good at that. It's one of my big things Bill Reynolds taught me.
Negreanu does not have value, but he does have a plan. He calls to float, buying one more card and preserving the initiative advantage that comes from acting last. If she slows on the turn, he gets to tell the next chapter. If she barrels big, he can release cheaply and move on. The texture inches toward the middling wheelish territory that favors the caller. Tilly checks. That single check compresses her range away from very strong overpairs and toward one-pair hands and draws that prefer pot control. Negreanu seizes the mic with a bet. The number is not huge, but the message is loud. He denies a free card to overcards, pressures hands like ace-queen and king-jack that C-bet once, and begins building a story that can arrive at straights and two-pair by the river. His literal hand did not improve, however his distribution did, because the cards he credibly represent improved. Calling the flop to take it away on the turn is classic small ball pressure, and he executes it cleanly. This is the card that ties the room together, and the run-out connects squarely with the very suited connectors that defend 3-bet pots from the blinds. Tilly leads small. That type of sizing often functions as a blocker, a way to name a price with a hand that does not want to face a pot-sized bomb. To Negreanu, that looks like a door left slightly open. He chooses to kick it in and chips. The shove polarizes him to the straights and strong two-pair he has been representing since the turn.
We probably have the same hand. Oh, so sick. You have 9-jack, right?
Would that be the same hand as you have? Because if you did have that and you didn't call by now, it would be a little bizarre.
You're in Jennifer Tilly's seat. You have the straight. Negreanu shoves over your small lead. What's your move, snap call, or an impossible fold? And why in one sentence? Best clear answer gets pinned.
Oh, God.
Oh, you have a 6? You raised me with a 6 out of position?
No.
That's crazy talk.
Tilly folds.
Doyle Brunson is looking down at 10-deuce offsuit. Pre-flop begins with a classic confrontation between the raw enthusiasm of a loose cannon and the legendary psychological dominance of the Doyle Brunson. The action starts with Davis, waking up with pocket sixes. In a standard game, this is a solid hand to open, and he raises to 1,200. However,
raise the pot.
Doyle Brunson is not a standard opponent. Sitting in position, Doyle looks down at his iconic signature hand, 10-deuce offsuit. While this is statistically one of the worst hands in Hold'em, it is the hand Doyle used to win back-to-back world championships, and he uses it as a psychological weapon. Doyle executes a 3-bet to 4,400. This move is pure theater. Doyle is weaponizing his image to test the amateur's resolve.
What you got approximately?
Oh, now you sound like an internet player.
No, not just approximately. That's good. I can
50,
see.
55, 60.
I'm all in.
Doyle's all in.
Wow.
Fire up the TiVo. It's the Doyle Show.
Doyle Brunson poker, baby.
Will folds.
You said it.
Doyle shows the Brunson.
Oh, no.
You just can't help it with that hand. Doyle just can't help it. This is Doyle's hand, right here.
It's very loose with my money.
It's a world champ.
I know his hand.
I've never heard you say that before. How much you playing over there?
I don't, and that's you're right. I never say that.
That's the first time I've ever heard you do that.
I couldn't see. You know why? It's because
Couldn't see the
I can't
grays.
see back there.
Sorry.
And they're, it's hard to distinguish the color.
So apparently the loose cannon is sitting right here.
No, I've never asked anybody that, and I've never counted my chips down for anybody.
You know, the kids today, like, how much do you have exactly? You got like 380,000 or something. What, are you being serious?
I just tell them that there they are. If you want the dealer to count them, well, okay, but I'm not going to count them.
Now let's see how Negreanu pushes his luck to the limit on the very next hand.
All in.
Call. All in?
Huh?
Call.
Oh, we got one. I'm happy with my hand. I had suited, I had a king. A lot going on there. You move in, I call this time anyway. I was just saying, screw it. Okay, we need a hat.
At least one heart on the flop would be good. For Daniel.
George needs the best hand to hold up to survive. The flop has a 5 and a 10 on it.
Oh, we got pairs, he's got pairs, we all got pairs. We all got 3 hearts, 3 diamonds. Pretty close race. 50-50.
Not sure the math there works, but you gotta believe it first, and Daniel really believes it.
The turn card is the 3 of diamonds.
That didn't help me at all. Quite the opposite, frankly.
5 of spades!
Oh!
Daniel wins!
That was lucky.
I just wanted clear that I clearly outplayed you in our all-in pots. Obviously.
Kid Poker is in the final.
All right. Sorry, bro. That was ugly.
She's in with 6s.
Jennifer Tilly kicks things off with pocket 6s. This is a decent hand to entertain a small raise with and see if luck is on your side.
Back on Arden. She calls the 3-bet as well, so 3-way to the flop. Oh my word, set over set, and Griffin's flop top pair?
This is gonna be bad for Griffin, but it's gonna be real bad for Arden.
With the board that the flop delivers, everyone has something to bet about. But instead of that, Tilly and Cho decide to check. With that in mind, our weak top pair is trying to take control of the board by shooting a small bet of $2,500. Tilly is loving it because other than a set of kings, nothing else on the board beats her, and she would love to see this pot growing, so naturally she calls. Miss Cho, on the other hand, has a completely different plan. She is not waiting for the pot to grow. She is growing it herself. She does that by firing a $9,400 bet. Now Benger has a choice. Entertain this top pair, or realize the truth and just give up.
Why is he so serious? He's like a goober 99% of the time.
The angry man quickly decides to fold and not pursue the king. On the other hand, Tilly is more than happy to oblige Miss Cho by re-raising to $30,000 with her set of 6s.
Oh boy.
Jen re-raises $30,000.
At this point, Miss Cho should know the deep trouble she finds herself in, but still decides to go ahead and call on her set of 5s. The turn delivers the 9 of clubs, a card that is completely irrelevant to both of them. If I was in the position of Tilly, I would be betting pot here. What would you? Let me know in the comments below. I guess Tilly is not so happy about my jamming suggestion, so she decides to check here and wait for something magical on river. Same thing for Miss Cho. In her case, though, that is in her favor.
And Arden spikes a 1-outer. She's got quads. Meanwhile, Jenna's rivered a full house.
Buckle up, because this hand just went from pretty sick to absolutely bonkers.
People say patience is a virtue, but in Tilly's case, her patience came to bite her from behind. The river delivers the only card that can save Miss Cho, and that is the 5 of clubs. Now the only question is, will Tilly get baited by her now full house hand? Or will she read her for the quads Miss Cho has? And as we all thought she should do, Miss Cho goes.
There it is.
This is not good.
No, it sure isn't.
If Jen calls, this will be the biggest pot of the game.
Arden, do you have quads? Because it can't be quads.
Does she know?
I don't think you have kings full. And I don't think you have 9s full. You might have 5s full.
That's a call.